and welcome to this very echoey room. We have moved again, and this is going to be my room. My movie room, my office, and so I thought before I set everything up I would actually give you a little peek. I think I did it before back in Weybridge, basically showing you the before and then eventually the after. So let's take a look. Very tall room. That'll be that's slotted in pretty much perfectly up until the skirting board. That'll just be one of the small shelves with some books and probably films. These are the Blu-rays from storage. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes. There are more Blu-rays in that big pile there. A lot of it's clothes and miscellaneous things as well. In this corner-ish, I'll have my desk set up with the laptop and everything. Some more Blu-rays there, surprise, surprise. Here's the window. And then over on this side of the room, I'm going to have these two shelves, or shelving units. So I'll actually get far back enough to show you. Okay. So I'm hoping to get another one, which will slot in that corner. So I'll have 3, which will be really good. And there would probably be room for a 4th there, or either on this wall somewhere, maybe. Probably even 5, really, if I think about it. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but the first thing, I'm going to clear up a lot of this, is to take all of these Blu-rays out and probably stack them against this wall and try to organize them somewhat. And then there's also a lot more Blu-rays in my other place where I was living for a while, so it'll be a very long process to get this all spick and span. I mean, the shelves aren't even put back on here yet, so that is that. That is the first part of this video. Wish me luck with the long road ahead. Alright, it has been a few days. I now have 99.8% of my entire Blu-ray collection in this room right now. There's like a few things back at my mum's place, like the Walking Dead collector's editions, my Harry Potter shelf, the Steelbook shelf, and the Wizards collection. But apart from that, pretty much everything is here. So let's take a look. It's a lot of Blu-rays. I've been trying to organize them vaguely, and yeah, it's getting tricky. Like here we have TV stuff, directors, box sets, favorite films, Buster Keaton, Pixar, franchises, Disney, those comic book ones, Jackie Chan. Over here, some of the oversized things, wrestling, miscellaneous, Marvel Steelbooks, 1001 movies, silent films, Ghibli, and all manner of other odds and ends. There's more over here as well. And we went to IKEA and got some IKEA things for storage. I'm trying to kind of make things, I don't know, a little bit more neat. But yeah, currently it's still a bit of a mess, for sure. One thing I can tell you is that those 4 stacks are films I've seen, and those 3 are films I haven't seen. All of this is unsorted. So yeah, there's a lot more to go through. But I now have a vague idea of how I want to display most of it, and I'm really excited about my idea. It's going to be different to any other way I've organised my collection before, so you can look forward to that. But for now, the organising continues. Okay, so it's been a week since we moved, and pretty exhausted. I think last night or the night before, I was lying on the floor, kind of stretching out. I was kind of like organising a lot of the Blu-rays, and I was just like, oh, I just need to like stretch my body out. So I kind of just lied flat on the floor. Pretty sure I was asleep for about 20 or 30 minutes, just like face down on the carpet. So been working a lot this first week, so haven't had too much time to sort. But I do have every Blu-ray unpacked and against the walls, so that's something. And tomorrow morning I am expecting 2 more of these shelving units and 1 more that is kind of like a mini one. So I think it's like a quarter of the size or of the width of these things. So I'm trying to figure out where to position everything. I think for now I'll have 3 here and then 1 in this corner, and also there'll be 1 here and then the smaller one. And I think these roughly hold 300, so this could very well be the first time since like 2012 I'll be able to put all of my Blu-rays, my entire collection, on shelves. So fingers crossed. But here's where we're at now. So my idea to kind of organize everything kind of went to shit almost immediately. But we have the Jackie Chans again, vague franchises. Disney stack has got a lot bigger. Random favorite films, box sets, directors, TV and music. Blech, that whole corner is just blech. Like we got PlayStation games. These 4 piles are stuff that I have seen. Those are 2 piles of films I haven't seen. Have seen. So there's that. Got the Marvel Steelbooks, miscellaneous, wrestling. I've already gone through these, but I guess the piles have grown somewhat. Silent films, Ghibli, random stuff. Asian films that I want to cover in Asian Cinema Season 2, which will never happen, but still the thought is there. And I have this corner, which is all the films I own that are in the book, 1,001 Movies You Must See Before You Die, that I either haven't seen or haven't reviewed yet. And just take a quick look at these down here. Some of them I would say, you know, like the Louis Malle collection. I think there's only 1 film in that set that's in the book, so there are a few box sets that only have 1 film, but then there's something like the Ingmar Bergman cinema set, which has 6 movies from the book, or the 3 Colors trilogy, which has 2 films in the book. But this is a grand total of 150 movies to be watched and reviewed. So, yeah. And then you just got little random things. The Batman statue from Arkham Origins. Got my original Return of the Jedi poster in there. This is some of the storage boxes I put together. I say put together, these are very, very simple to assemble. But yeah, so I've got just random things in there. All sorts of stuff. Some cables and whatnot. Got my letter tray there. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where everything ends up. That is not a good position for lighting. Let me very awkwardly shuffle around. There we go. So yes, tomorrow the new shelves arrive. Hopefully I can assemble them tomorrow, and then comes the actual sorting and putting onto the shelves. And that's when I'll show you what I'm going to do with the order of putting everything on the shelves, I think. I don't even know myself anymore, so there we go. That's another update in this whole process. Okay. So I'm setting up these shelves. I got 2 more big ones, and there was also a small one, a main tall CD and DVD media tower, which is supposed to hold 150 DVDs. And here it is, and I kind of hate it, I think. So number one, I thought I'd looked on the website and then it was the same width as these, which it clearly isn't. And if I was to pull it out to match the same kind of, you know, to kind of look nice and neat, it then tilts back like that. Although maybe I could, I don't know, I'm not sure what even that is stopping against. I could, I don't know, maybe I could kind of figure something out with that. But one thing I hate is the width. Which, was it the width or the, well, you know, it doesn't line up with these. But also, the shelves. I mean, I know it's a CD and DVD tower, but they're supposed to be completely adjustable, and to a degree, they are. But there is no configuration possible to have DVDs on every shelf. Not even DVDs, just Blu-rays, which aren't as tall. So, you know, here, fine, 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 but in the middle here, it is just not enough. You can get them in like that, but that, I mean, that's just not going to work, is it? I suppose I could do that, but then it's just like using one for... And the real problem is the middle one is fixed. That is, I screwed that in there. And that's the only place that you can screw it in there. So that sucks. And I was thinking maybe I could, I don't know, take one out somewhere and kind of have an oversized section, but then I don't have that many. I don't know, it's just really, yeah, I feel like this is a waste of money. I should have just spent an extra £10 and got another one of those, which houses so many more than I thought this one would. So yeah, this is a real disappointment, and it really does feel like a waste of money and time and effort. But there you go, that's that for now. Alright, it is really fucking hot. So turning the fan off for a second is great, but I'm just turning off. Listen to Twin Peaks music while I'm assembling the shelves and trying to sort out the room. We now apparently might be getting a sofa bed to go in this room, and this is supposed to be the guest bedroom as well as my office and movie room, and I'm struggling to see where that sofa bed would go. I mean, there's room for it. There's plenty of room for it. It's just where it'll go in a way that will look nice and also allow me to have my shelves up again in a nice kind of thing. Because if I was to, you know, put the shelves like there, there's going to be a gap because of the socket, so it won't look as aesthetically nice. I could put one in that corner and move that out of the room. I could put another one here, but then it kind of is staggered then, and I don't like the idea of it not being flush. So I don't know. Apparently we're gonna try and fit the sofa bed in this corner, and I just don't see how it's gonna happen. So time will tell. But I have put a shelf up. Oh well, I've already had that shelf up, but I put the shelves onto it and filled it with Blu-rays. So the concept here is this is my 1001 movies shelf. The first 4 shelves, 1, 2, 3, 4, are all movies in the 1001 movies book that I either haven't seen or at least I haven't reviewed yet. So again, going by the very dated 2011 edition. I mean, look at this thing, it's in tatters. That's how long I've been doing this thing, and I need to kind of really kick myself up the arse. So this will give me a visual feel. I'm sitting at my desk, I look right over. All these films are to review and to watch. And then down below is all Asian films that I want to do in my Asian cinema season, which again I've talked about I think in the previous clip. I probably won't get to even 25% of those, but again I'm kind of thinking this is my YouTube shelf. Not even necessarily like a background for videos, but just, or maybe it could be, but you know, mainly just kind of this is stuff I want to do for YouTube. And then I did actually manage to get the small shelf to go fairly flush. I kind of have this, I jerry-rigged the system, if you can even see this. There's some, what do you call it? Styrofoam. Down the bottom, I can't even get the camera in there. Is it called styrofoam? Or whatever it is, you know what that stuff is. So I've got some behind there to kind of hold it out in place, and it goes fairly nicely against here. I've put Luke, the Funko Pop, on this shelf where it doesn't fit Blu-rays. I'm thinking on this shelf I'll have like my very favorite things. Still don't know what I'll put in the middle shelf, which is another non-Blu-ray bastard. So, but I think it looks kind of nice. I'm fairly happy with it. I feel like it would almost be better if I'd bought another one of those and put it on this side, so it's kind of like a symmetrical thing, but I really don't feel like that is worth the money I spent, which was £20, and I think that these big ones are like 35, so it's just, yeah, for Blu-ray kind of needs, this one is much better, if you've got a lot of things, that is. So yeah, I mean, again, I could have had another one in here as well. I wasn't sure how much room there would be or how long these would be, but yeah, but for now that's okay, that's good enough. And then we have 2 others to go, and I'll put up, and again just loads of stuff here, and that is the stuff I haven't seen stacks, and these are all films I have seen. No, those are also films I haven't seen, so trying to find some order. And let's see if you can actually see how sweaty I am, because it's just unbelievable. It's not as bad as last year's heatwave, but I also think our place in Surrey it made it a lot hotter. This house, I think, has spots where it's cool, so this room maybe not so much at the moment, but definitely as far as when it's hot outside, I think this place is a lot better for us, temperature-wise. In Surrey, Weybridge, everything was exacerbated because of the way that place was built, I guess. Anyway, so on with the rest of this. I'm hoping to be done with all this by the end of the weekend. As I record this, I don't know when this video will go up, so yeah, I'm keen to get it finished now, so I can kind of just settle down and relax a little bit. So yeah, that's it. And also I have put these are all in chronological order, which is kind of fun. So we start 1921, silent era, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, the 70s is a big one, 80s, 90s, quite a lot of 90s stuff, and then of course the classic, Bridesmaids. And then these are all the Asian films that I have, and I haven't reviewed or watched yet. And there's a couple of films in the Eric Roma set, and again, I've already said there's 6 films in that, so there we go. That's that update for this section. Alright, I'm ready for this to be done, and it still doesn't look like it's anywhere near done. I have the final shelf assembled, and it's not the right size. So I have 3 units against the wall, and the third one is about this much taller than the other 2. which seemed impossible. I measured them, they're all exactly the same, so it can only be that the floor is not level. So what I did was, I took the shelf that was there in the corner, I took everything off it, and I put that one over as the third in the line. And it's the same thing, only this time it's not as bad. It was more like there. It was that tall. But even this one, the shelves, they are not level with each other. So it's would you even notice it? You wouldn't, but this kind of pedantic shit bugs me. So I don't know what I can do really to get it completely level. I think I'm gonna have to just take the L on this one. So this one goes right down, this one doesn't. So I don't know how to, yeah, I've tried all sorts of things at this point. But yeah, so that's that. So I don't know if I've shown this one yet. This one is completely organized. I'll talk about that later. Maybe I've already shown it, I don't know. This is all just completely random, I was hoping that putting stuff on it, the weight would make it go down, and so then we would have like a nice, you know, I mean, if I can just get something to show you even more clearly. That's how off it is. On every, yeah. And it's nothing, I know it's nothing, and you're probably thinking I'm a complete twat, and I would be inclined to agree with you. But there's still, yeah, I've got the shelves, oh my god, I'm just exhausted at this point. So all that's still to organize. All that is organized, but will now be going back on that shelf. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know at this point. I think this place, the floors are very uneven. I think I've already mentioned I had to move the desk from the corner to there because the floor just wasn't level for my chair. And it's very, 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 very hot. I'm at the tail end now of 3 days off, which I was looking forward to so much. And it's mostly been spent in here sweating and toiling over nothing. Like, it really is so inconsequential, but I get all OCD about it, you know, so it is what it is. Hopefully this will all be finished soon, and yeah, I'm just going to put everything up on the shelves now and see how it looks, and it's just going to be what it is. It is what it is, so there we go. Alright, another quick update. Yeah. That was me stepping on my headphones. So that's something. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see this volume of Blu-rays all set up. So the last thing I think I talked about was the height of this thing. So it has gone down ever so slightly, probably because of the weight, but there's still a little bit of a, yeah, it's not level. And in fact, even this one is not as much. The middle one goes down the most. But I have 3 units in a row. It's kind of nice. I'll probably gradually forget about the fact that it's not all perfectly level. I do feel like it's kind of, it's more like that. Obviously not that extreme, but so I hope that won't become a problem. But I mean, it's all very, it's up against the wall. I don't know. Anyway, where am I going with this? It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I got back from work at midnight, and I've just been arranging all of this. So, have I even gone into it yet? I probably haven't, and I'll probably make a separate video talking about the order of all of this, because this is all in some sort of order, which took quite a while. And yeah, so I already mentioned, like, I've switched this around. I put the small one on the other side here. So, and there's like stuff, there's little random bits and pieces. This is the music and TV stack, so that will not fit on the main shelves, and there's all sorts of bits and pieces here as well. So all this is just mess. Yeah, so I'm going to figure some stuff out. I'm going to use the tops of these somehow, some way. I really wanted to display this, the Casablanca big set, and also the Ben-Hur set. But when you put it up like that to display, it just opens up like that. So unfortunately it's a no-go on those, which is a real shame because they're really nice. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll probably come back now when everything is looking moderately nice, but it's finally getting there. So yeah. Didn't even think about this. It has now been 2 weeks since the move. 2 full weeks. And the room's done. Looks pretty good. A lot better than I was expecting. Quite happy with it. The collection is all set up. And I'm probably going to do a separate video doing a walkthrough of my collection, how I've set it up, and going into all that good stuff. Apologies, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Not really functioning or speaking in a proper way at this point, but if you've made it through this far in the video, well done. I hope it was an interesting journey, but we haven't got to the end yet, so shall we take a look? All I have to do really is turn the camera around. And yeah. And there we go. There's the collection. Got 3 across here like I wanted. Got the smaller one over there next to the desk. I have my desk, obviously, and then the 2 other shelves over there. And where I've just been sitting is the sofa bed, which we got for free. Someone was giving it away. We washed the covering, so it's all nice and clean, and this does fold out into a bed so we can have guests, and this will now function as the office, movie room, guest bedroom. Yeah, I mean, for free, it's really good. Don't get me wrong, I think it looks a bit ugly and plain, but it's really firm, which for me and my back issues is really good if I want to sit down on it or whatever. I do not know where to put this big, massive box that is just full of all sorts of rubbish. Well, it's not rubbish, but what the fuck is that? Unbelievable. Yeah, so it would have been nice if that could have fit back in the corner. But yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. That's just like temporary stuff. I probably will want to get a poster here, a big one. Maybe something in that corner as well. And who knows, maybe some things across here. And also maybe on that part of the wall, perhaps something could go up. And I even think here I could get some small things framed, perhaps. And yeah, really turn it into a proper movie room, I suppose. But at a glance, there you go. And I'm all set up with my desk and everything. I got hard drives all over the place, more hard drives and other equipment and stuff down there. Got my bin down there, which will be handy. And these things are just, I don't know where to put them. It's really annoying me, these two box sets, the Casablanca and Ben-Hur box sets. But yeah, so that's that. That's the full collection, pretty much. Maybe just a few things here and there, and that's it. So yeah, I'm quite happy that it's all up, and there is an order to this, which I'm quite happy with, for now anyway. But that's it. Thank you for joining me on this this journey. I'm hoping to now actually settle down, make some actual proper videos and do that kind of thing, but for now I just need to sleep and get some rest. Well, for me, in the current now, I've got to get up and go to work, and I'll be tired again after that, I suppose. But as far as spending, like, you know, every day chipping away at this room, it's pretty much done now, and that feels like a real load off my chest and shoulders and head, knees, toes, the whole body really. It's just been like such a stress building all, well, the two shelves and the small one in this heat in July has been miserable. I said to Connie, when we move again, we're doing it in the winter, but hopefully we're here for a while. And I honestly doubt wherever we do end up moving next, I'll have a room like this again to properly have all of my collection, especially if, you know, we have our way and kids come into the equation. A movie room is not going to be priority at all, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can, live it up while I can, and so yeah, good stuff now, lots of sleep.
It's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.